Okay, guys, so here is another option for a project that you can complete while you are away from the building. So, this one is called The Way Things Go after a couple of heroes of mine, but you could also refer to it as a Rube Goldberg challenge. In thinking about how this relates to sculpture, sculpture has always required artists to think about space. Balance, both visual and physical, has always been important to sculptors. Um, what kind of materials a sculptor uses is very important to the success of their work. Many contemporary artists nowadays make pieces that are time based or have a lifespan. And of course, how you document your work is always important. So this project asks you to consider about all of these things as you think about being a sculptor, with, in this case, some found objects, things that you already have around your house. In 1985, the team of artists, Peter Fishley and David Weiss, released this series of photographs called A Quiet Afternoon. I didn't really know about these that much until last year, but I love them. Look at how fun these balanced constructions are that they created. The bent saw blade, that is just has enough tension to balance that bottle, or the bottle has just enough water in it to make that saw blade curve, and the little key ring holding up that hammer with all these found objects. I also like the way that they're kind of simple. The fact that these things um, are fun to look at has something to do with the fact that we could kind of imagine doing this ourselves. So there's potential energy in here. There's a nice sense of lighting and composition, and the fun aspect of how these things look like they're about to fall over, makes them kind of characters that are interesting. But these guys weren't done yet. They spent the next or a couple of years creating a film, and the film, we'll start it up here, but we won't watch the whole thing because it's 30 minutes. Is about how these discarded items um, became actors in this chain reaction of events. This, ironically, or maybe not so ironically, kind of captured the attention and embodied a lot of feelings that people had during this time period of the Cold War. So you can see, here goes one thing after the next, and the still pictures that they were using to create this kind of sense of play and fun became being actors. We'll move on. What do you have to do? And I'll move myself down here. There we go. That's a good spot for me. Um, so, what I want you to do is one of the following. And you want you to build and photograph a tower that looks like it's about to topple. You have some things to think about there. Will you glue the things or simply stack them? Uh, Choose your location wisely. Like, look at my background right now. It's real distracting. You probably don't want a background like that if you're going to photograph something that looks like it's about to fall over. Think about the lighting. I don't know, you want the lighting to be good. And then think about the actual balance and the visual balance in your photograph. The color could play an important role, or you could opt to change it to black and white. Maybe you want a bigger challenge. You could make a chain reaction. If you do, I want it to change at least 3 times in materials or action. So I don't want just dominoes falling down and then falling down again and then falling down again, like dominoes that hit a ball, that then rolls somewhere, that hits something else, um, that then rolls somewhere or falls down, which makes something else happen. So 3 changes there. Um, you can edit together multiple shots. I did this. I'll put up a video of that myself. And boy, was I nervous each time I started it, because having to set that whole thing back up was going to be frustrating. Uh, so if you can think of some ways to make part of it work and then switch the camera angle and make another part of it work, that's okay for me. Like I said, look up Rube Goldberg and you'll see some great ideas out there that work with space and are awfully fun. Here are some of the photographs that kids did last year. Skylar on the left and Vinya on the right. Really like how Vinya sort of played with the orange and blue there. And I still am not sure how that baseball is where it is. In fact, I have yet to grill her about that. And then, of course, we have one more example here. So, ignore this April 24th. That's last year. But we want to have something in the next week. So I bid you adieu. Good luck. Can't wait to see what you guys come up with and enjoy this project. This guy's obviously a photographer. Is all equipment. As I escape and look for this